All right, so if we look at number 25, we're looking at the series, and it's geometric. So we have two geometric series formulas. One is infinite and one is finite. And so if you look at the top of your summation notation, your sigma, it has 8. So that means that we want the sum from our first term to our 8th term, and so we're going to end up using this formula. All right, so we have our formula now, and so we're going to plug in our first term. And so our first term is the one in front, that -3. And then we need our common ratio, which is attached to the exponent. And then the last thing we need is our n value, or our number of terms. And so we've talked about this before. To find our number of terms, we take our last term minus our first term plus 1. So 8 minus 7, or 8 minus 1 plus 1 equals 8. So we have 8 terms here. So now we just start plugging everything in. So we have -3 times 1 minus 2 to the 8th power over 1 minus 2. And so we get -3 times 1 minus 256 over -1. Again, you would just do this part on your calculator, but -3 times -255 over -1. And so the -3 times the -255 gives us a positive 765 over -1. Divided by -1 equals -765. So that means the sum of our first 8 terms is -765. So if you were working on a calculator, what I would do is I would start with the fraction, and then I would make my calculator look like my paper. So 1 minus 2 to the power of 8. And so notice here that my 8 is inside the parentheses. And then on the bottom, 1 minus 2. So now my calculator looks exactly like what I plugged into my formula, and we get -765.